What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, I had a special recommendation. Somebody sent me this video, understanding the Swedish pitch accent. So we finna check this out. As y'all know, do a lot of reactions to Sweden, and it's my plan to visit Sweden one day. And I need to get back. I need to get back on learning my Swedish. I took a break because I got a little busy with the basketball and some other things that were coming up. So haven't been able to really go live. Last time I went live, I did like a little live reaction type thing, and somebody asked me in the comments if I was going to go back to learning some Swedish on the Duolingo app, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Probably not today, but maybe Friday or Saturday. I'll be able. I got some time, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. All right, but we finna check this video out. I don't know. It may be something where I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to respond or say something, but it might be one of those things I just have to listen and learn type things. So it might not be too much stopping and stuff like that. But let's see what we finna learn. Let's see what we finna learn and get into it. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and let's see if I understand. Let's see if I understand.
Hi, this is Adam, and welcome to this lecture on understanding the Swedish pitch accent. First of all, what is a pitch accent? Well, to put it very briefly, pitch accent is a feature of certain languages where there are distinct tonal patterns that appear in different words, giving them different meanings. It's similar to the more familiar concept of tone found in, for example, Chinese, but it's not exactly the same thing. Besides Swedish, some well-known languages with pitch accent include Norwegian, Lithuanian, Serbian, Japanese, and ancient Greek. So, let's talk about the Swedish pitch accent. In Swedish, there are two types of accents. The first one is called accent 1, or acute accent. The second one is called accent 2, or grave accent. Every Swedish word has one of these two accents, and like I said, the meaning of a word can change depending on what accent it has. For example, anden, the duck,
Anden.
versus anden, the spirit.
Anden.
Did you hear the difference? If you didn't, don't worry.
Okay, so anden and undone. Okay, I kind of get. I kind of hear it. You hear the high. It's how you pronounce. It's how you kind of say that.
The spirit.
Anden, undone.
If you didn't, don't worry about it. That's the reason we're here. Understanding the pitch accent and pronouncing it correctly is critical to a native-like pronunciation of Swedish. Swedes immediately hear if the accent of a word is off, and it's a very effective way of hearing if someone does not speak Swedish as their native language. On the other hand, if you do get it right, then you will sound really proficient in the language, and all Swedes will point out how well you speak the language, even if they don't realize exactly why they think so. Well, unless you live in Finland, of course. In Finland Swedish, there is no pitch accent. But then you wouldn't know if we were talking about a duck or a spirit, now would you?
Huh?
Now, the actual sound of the two accent types vary between the different regions of Sweden. In this video, I will use the East Central Swedish pronunciation, which is the one used in the region of Stockholm-Uppsala, and leave the other regional pronunciations to another video. I will write accent 1 with an acute accent, and accent 2 with a tilde. Usually a grave accent is used for accent 2, but I believe the tilde will be more pedagogical, and I think you'll see why soon enough. Okay, let's get technical. What is the difference between the two accents? Accent 1 is the normal accent, so to speak. In words with this accent, the pitch on the stressed syllable goes up and then down again in the unstressed syllable that follows. Even more technically, it looks like this.
Anden.
Let's listen to some words with accent 1. Anden. Kommer.
England.
Öken.
Saken. Ordet. Bina.
Dagis. This actually functions more or less like stress in general in any language. If you pronounce an accent 1 word with the same type of intonation as you would in English, you're going to hit the mark fairly well. For example, English baron versus Swedish barren.
Barren.
See?
Oh, that almost sounds like you kind of saying the tongue roll, like when you say like Spanish words almost baden. I
versus
can't roll
Swedish
my tongue, you know.
barren.
Baden.
See? It's the same type of intonation. Remembering this, you'll find that accent 1 is actually pretty easy to master because it's so similar in structure to what you'll find in other languages. This is also the reason why Swedish loanwords generally have accent 1. Alright, for accent 2, this is when it's getting weird. But weird does not equal hard, so
That's true, that's true.
Accent 2 is characterized by a double peak in pitch. What I mean is that the pitch rises in the stressed syllable, which is similar
So it
to
goes
but
up,
quicker than an accent.
undone.
And then it also rises again in the following unstressed syllable. Here's the more technical depiction of this.
Undone.
And now let's listen to some words with accent 2. Anden,
Undone. Komma.
komma,
Kunna.
kvinnor,
Poja.
pojke,
Kata.
där,
Vista.
visste,
Sluta.
sluta,
Rulle.
rolig.
Rulle.
To put it in simpler terms, accent 1 words sound like normal words, and accent 2 words sound as if they stress the second syllable once more.
Yeah, almost like with that undone. Almost like you trying to pretty well either saying it louder or with a U.
Sound as if they
It
stress
seems.
the second syllable once more.
Yeah, that would. I ain't gonna lie. That would confuse me. That can be confusing right there.
Here's some pairs to see if you can hear the difference. Feel free to repeat after me to practice. Anden,
Undone.
anden,
Undone.
buren,
Buren.
buren,
Buren.
Polen,
Poland.
Polen,
Poland. Oh snap!
tomten,
It's even spelled different on there. The Poland. Cause it got the little A with the O. Oh snap! See that Poland? That's tricky right there. Cause see the other ones, they still, they got the little symbols on top, but that switched the whole letter just about. Yeah, that's
Polen.
tricky. Poland,
Polen,
Poland,
tomten,
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 gifter,
Gifte,
gifter,
Gifte,
juden,
Juden,
juden.
Juden.
Do you see what I mean? Practice pronouncing the accents.
Oh,
Try
that's
to find a way
tough.
to get them right. Whatever way is fine as long as it works for you. It doesn't have to be perfect or technical.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably more of the accent 1. I'm probably one of the accent 1 guy. If I were to learn a little bit more, go deeper and stuff, I'll probably get accent 1 more than accent 2.
Right. If it helps you, then do it. Everything to make it simple and everything to actually try to get the accents into the words at all. As I've said, if you want to sound like a native speaker, then you absolutely have to get the accents right. It's just such an integral part of the pronunciation of the language. Now, we know the accent is super important, and we know that unless we get it right, we'll always sound like a foreigner. So, onto the million-dollar question. How do we tell what accent goes with what word? And before giving you the list, please keep in mind that there are few rules without exceptions. Accent 1 is found in words with one syllable, such as und, kaut,
Count. Wait a minute. Count.
such as hund, kaut,
Cut.
foot.
Foot.
This is particularly important when we add the definite article,
cut,
because they will
foot.
keep the same accent.
Undone.
Hunden,
Katten.
katten,
Foten.
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 Then we have adjectives.
See, I'm sounding like accent 2 though. I'm saying katten. Katten. Foten.
Katten, foten. Then we have adjectives ending in isk, such as magisk,
Magist.
grekisk,
Gurkis.
hatisk,
Hatisk.
fantastisk.
Fantastics.
Then words with two syllables where the second syllable is unique and not a traditional Swedish word ending.
Humus.
Hummus,
Folio.
polio,
Pajas.
pajas,
Goddess.
godis.
Godis.
And words with more than one syllable where the stress is not on the first syllable.
Telefon.
Telefon, servera,
Servera. Betala.
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 egentligen.
Egentligen.
An exception here is
Mm.
nouns with stress on the second to last syllable. väninna,
Vanina.
kopia.
Kopia.
Accent
Kopia.
2 is found in words with more than one syllable, where the stress is on the first syllable and the ending is a recognizable traditional ending. Pojke,
Pojke.
hoppa, kvinnor,
Kvinna.
rolig,
Rolig.
15,
15.
flugig.
Flugit.
Also in compound words. Lastbil,
Lastbil.
sjukhus,
Sjukhus.
örngott,
Orgat.
brandman.
Brandman.
Problematic words are those ending in L, N, and R. Nouns can have either accent. Cykel,
Cykel.
fågel,
Fågel.
vinter
Vinter.
versus spindel,
Spindel.
nyckel,
Nyckel.
syster.
Syster. Syster.
Adjectives in L and R have accent 1, but
Enkel.
those in N have accent 2. Enkel,
Simpel.
simpel
Vacker. Vacker.
versus
Egen.
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 ledsen,
Ledsen.
öppen.
Öppen.
Present tense verbs in R always have accent 1. Springer,
Springer.
kommer,
Kommer.
leker,
Leker.
byter.
Byter.
Compare with hoppar,
Hoppar.
kallar.
Kallar.
Same thing with plural forms with vowel mutation.
Ender.
Änder,
Bonder.
bönder,
Stronger.
stänger,
Stranger.
fötter.
Fötter.
Compare with katter,
Katter.
filmer.
Filmer.
All of this means that depending on the forms of a word, the accent might change within a single paradigm, such as läsa,
Läsa.
Läser.
Läsa.
läst,
Lästa.
läst.
Last. Oh, all those do kind
Komma.
of sound alike. Komma. Kommer.
Kom, kommit,
Commit.
en katt,
Inkat.
katt,
Katten.
katter,
Katter.
katten.
Katterna.
Okay, so
Oh.
now, as a final note, and just to piss you guys off after learning all this, I'll share the final touch. This final piece is that we often don't pronounce the accent. I know, right? Now, let's calm down a bit. It's really not that bad. Actually, this will help you out. The thing is that we only pronounce the pitch clearly in words that are stressed. In unstressed words, we don't really care what accent they have, because if they're not stressed, they're not important. But this is not to say that the pitch accent only appears in words that are really emphasized. No, it has to do with the prosody of the language. As the rumor has it, Swedish is a very sing-songy language, and this is partly because we pick out certain words in the sentence that we stress a bit extra, while the other words we kind of just rush through. Let me show you how this works. Jag kommer hem,
Jag kommer här.
meaning I'm coming home. As you just heard,
Jag
this
kommer
is
hem.
actually pronounced Jag kommer hem.
Yeah,
The
that's
last
what
word
it's
has the sentence emphasis, while the two former words are unstressed and thus blend together. This is what I'm talking about, and these are the words with a pitch accent. Now, in this sentence, the words on their own would all have accent 1, but because of the sentence prosody, only the last word is stressed, and thus only the last word is actually pronounced with accent 1. The first two words are just kind of rushed through. Jag kommer hem. See?
Jag kommer
And this
här.
happens all the time. For example, jag äter kyckling, meaning I'm eating chicken. On their own, these words would have accent 1, 1, and 2. But together in a sentence, prosody takes over, and we only stress the final word, kyckling.
I feel like definitely would be, you know me, I'm not the type of person that like to deal with stress type stuff. So I'll probably be the type, I probably would say it super fast, you know, instead of try to sound it out to have an accent type thing.
Accent 2. The entire phrase is thus, jag äter kyckling. Okay, that's pretty much it. Two things I want to say before I finish this though. First of all, the prosody and the stress can of course vary from my examples if you intentionally emphasize words. Like if you say, jag äter kyckling.
Yeah,
you want to emphasize
chicken.
that you're eating the thing, not see drinking it or playing with it. My example was for a neutral, natural sentence, Emphasis always messes things up, but that goes for all languages, not just Swedish.
That's true.
Second, don't panic about the stress patterns in sentences. There are very clear rules and patterns to this, but I think they deserve to be dealt with in a lesson on their own. So stay tuned. Okay, that should about sum it up. Now, I know this has been quite an amount of information.
Man, that's a lot. Learned a lot.
Review the video and practice at your own pace. Also listen for the accents when listening to someone speaking Swedish. The Swedish pitch accent might be new and troublesome at first, but it's certainly possible to master if you keep at it. I know that for a fact. Good luck and keep the pitch accent
Okay.
coming.
Yeah, that's definitely go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, that was definitely I don't even think I'm at that level yet when it comes to, I guess, learning to adjectives and stuff like that. Different doing the Duolingo. It's more basic, at least right now, because I think I'm only on like level 2, 3 maybe. But this was interesting. I see the differences, but that it's crazy though. Like, you know how words can sound the same and mean different. You know, in this case, it seemed like the words are some of them kind of still spelled the same. It's just how you say it. Most of them, which I mean, we have the word there. There can mean so many things, and you can spell it a couple of times. You know, here. Here means so many different things, but you spell it a certain way. So you either going here or I can hear, you know. So it's definitely going to take some time to learn and understand it for sure. But this was a good video. I appreciate you guys for sending me this link to this to check it out. But definitely got to check out more so I can learn a little bit more, you know. But I appreciate you guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.